Hi friends, we're back for another thrift haul, and this one is full of copper and brass treasures. So we've been a little under the weather this week, and I haven't been able to thrift as much as I would like, but I did get to go to Goodwill right before we got sick. It was on a Friday, and I got some really amazing items. I didn't get any footage in Goodwill because it was packed that day. I don't know why, but everybody was off and they were shopping at Goodwill. And so I just had to like grab and grab and grab. People were just packed through the aisles. I was so shocked. So we're just gonna jump right into this haul, get to the good stuff, and I'm gonna show you what I got. I'm trying a different background today. I know there's a little bit of glare on this cabinet, but I want to try something new. This chair is actually newly thrifted. I got it off Marketplace. It was a very good find. I think it's going to be going to my booth, but I'm just enjoying it for now while it's in my space. And then I also got this beautiful curved glass cabinet on Marketplace as well, and it was free. And I have already filled it with all the goodies in my house, and so we're just trying out that background for today. My totally thrifted background. Probably everything in this background is thrifted actually. So first up, as I said, lots of brass and copper. I found, I think, 5 different copper molds with the real pretty brass hanger at the top. I have this one, which has the different types of fruit. I have this one with the grapes. These, I love these. I have a whole collection of these in my kitchen, like right above my stove. So I'm actually gonna keep one and then I will sell the rest. This is the one I'm gonna keep. This one has different vegetables on it and it's just the right size for what I need for my space. But because I'm keeping this one, I'm gonna swap it out with one that I already have, and I'll show you that one. So this is the one that I already had up in my house. It's kind of hard to see. And it has a French saying on it, and the French saying is something like, it costs nothing to have humor, but it gets you everything, basically. And so I had this one hanging in my kitchen, and now I'm gonna put this one up on my Etsy and keep this one in my kitchen instead. So if you're interested in this one, it is up. Then my favorite copper mold that I found is this sweet one with a little house. It has plenty of tarnish in it. I did clean all these up and kind of shine the dirt and grime off of them, but I didn't want to take all the good tarnish off. So if you like a good tarnish, these still have it, but they're nice and clean. And look at this bow. Oh my goodness, this bow is so cute. I have walked around my house trying to find a spot for this, and I just can't find the right spot, and so I'm gonna put it up for sale on Etsy, but if it doesn't sell, it will be finding a place in my home. I just love this one. So then, segueing from copper to brass, we have this little planter that has both copper and brass, and I did shine this one up. It was very dirty. It still has lots of tarnish and like water spots on it, but it's the perfect little planter, really pretty, a good size. It says made in Holland on the bottom. So that was my copper brass piece. Then I also found just one of these, but I could not pass it up. This is for tying back your curtains, and it has this beautiful fan with the detail on it. I could not pass it up. I looked everywhere to see if there was another one, because obviously a pair would be better, but I feel like a lot of people in spaces have just like one curtain that they want to swoop to the side, and this would be perfect. So I did grab that. That was $4.50. I think all the molds were between $4.50 and $6.50. And I also found this little brass pedestal. It's got velvet on the bottom. Definitely needs to be shined up. I have not shined this one up. This was $3.50. Nice little pedestal. You can put candles on it, a vase on it, lots of different uses. I love this piece. Look at this pretty brass candlestick, but it has like a porcelain saucer underneath it, like a teacup saucer. It's so pretty, and I couldn't find any like these. I did some research on it. I couldn't find any quite like this online, so I don't know who the maker is. If you can find information, let me know. But I just think it is the sweetest thing, and I love single candlesticks. I have single ones all over my house. I actually prefer them because it just adds a little interest. So something like this is just so beautiful to display. I also found this little single one with the kind of rope detail around the edge, sweet little brass candlestick. And then my last brass item is this. The base of this looks to be brass, and it's actually made by House of Fabergé, which has a lot of collectible egg inspired items. And then it also has this stone egg on top, and I don't know that the stone egg was originally attached. When I look online, I find a lot of the bases, but I don't see anything like this on top of it. So somebody might have married these two together and it's nice and sturdy, glued on there. But I think that's a really cool piece with that pretty stone marble or granite type egg on the House of Fabergé base. Next up, I cannot believe I found another one of these. This is a Decorative genuine walnut like valet. Basically you use it on your like office and your desk, or you can use it for jewelry. I found, I think like 2 weeks ago in my haul, I found another one of these and it had a drawer. So it's more for maybe jewelry, but it could also be for your office. And I found another one. This one was only $2.50. I've already shined it up and conditioned the wood, so it's beautiful. It's basically in brand new condition. This one actually already had the felt still on the bottom and the original sticker. That is a beautiful, beautiful piece. I am a sucker for a gravy boat. I don't know why, but I especially like the ones that have the dish attached to the bottom. It's just practical when you're serving gravy because it can catch any drippings. But what I think I'm going to use this one for is actually a planter. I think this would be perfect for succulents. Succulents don't necessarily need the hole on the bottom. They hold on to that water a lot more and you don't water them as often. And so I think this would be perfect and it will catch any dirt or water with the little rim around the edge. And it's just such a pretty little dish. Y'all know I cannot do a haul without a teapot. I should go back and look through all my videos and see if there are any that don't have teapots because pretty sure they all do. This one is beautiful. Absolutely love this. I love the shape of it. It's got that like oval shape to it. It's in great condition. Doesn't appear to have any chips that I can find. It was $5.50, which is on the lower end of what I find usually for teapots, so that was nice. It is Formalities by Balm Bros, Summer Rose Chintz. Another thing I can't seem to turn down is sweet little tins. They had a bunch of tins at Goodwill when I went, and I only got one. I had restraint. I couldn't pass this one up. It has just the sweetest little scene of some children playing outside in the winter. I think this is great to display on a shelf or in a vignette for Christmas time. It's made in England, and it was only $1.50. On a roll with wooden shelves. I cannot pass them up, and I just keep seeming to find them. So I got another one. This one's really good. I have not conditioned this one or cleaned it off yet, so you'll be able to tell the difference. But this one has the pegs on it, and it also has a plate rack, and it's nice and big. Really good find. This one was $6.50. Well worth it. It has the hardware on the back for hanging it, and I just love that it has the pegs because that's rare to find a really solid one like that with the pegs and the plate rack. So, good find. I found a bunch of these sweet little vases. I don't think they're actually vintage, but they're made to look vintage. This one has kind of like a daisy or chrysanthemum kind of print on it, and there's just a bunch of different ones. They're perfect just as little bud vases. That one's really pretty. And so I grabbed these. They were each only $1. And I've put these in my booth before, and I've made pre-made little bouquets to go in them. And it's just a nice thing to kind of freshen up the booth and give it a little pop of color here and there. And they're just really pretty in your home. I imagine my children picking all the weeds. That's what they've started to do. The dandelions are coming out and all the little weeds, and they've been picking them and giving them to me in bouquets. And these are perfect for all their little sweet weed bouquets. I also got this basket, and I really love the color on it. It's probably vintage. It's very like chippy, kind of whitewashed, a little bit yellowed. It was only $2.50. It's good for putting a plant or putting your utensils in, napkins on a table. Just a really pretty one. I have not found many stuffed animals and teddy bears recently. Y'all know that I enjoy getting the Boyd's bears. Those are collectible, and they seem to still have a popular audience that likes to collect them. And I haven't found any good ones recently, so I don't have very many left. But I found this guy, and he was too cute to pass up. Look at him. It's like a floppy-eared pig, like a bunny pig. And his name is Primrose, and he's a Boyd's bear, and he has all his tags and everything. He was $5.50, which is a little higher than I normally do for these, but he was just too cute to pass up. I just love his outfit, so I'm glad I found him. I rarely / never ever find good Crocs. They just are not in the thrift stores. I think they're just still too collectible. People are holding on to them, so I rarely find Crocs out in the wild of thrifting. But I did find this one, and this is obviously not the most popular style of Croc, but I just thought it was sweet. I know spongeware is making a comeback, and I really liked the flower detail, great for spring. I just think it's so pretty, and it's soft colored, and this one was made by Santa Ana, California Croc Shop. It's a half gallon, and it was only $3.50, and it doesn't have any chips or cracks or anything, so I had to grab that one because I just think that's too sweet to pass up. So I told you it was packed in there, and a lot of people were like looking in other people's carts and commenting on them and saying, oh wow, that was a great find, and kind of having jealousy over what other people had found. And this particular item was the first item I picked up when I went in there, and a lady did comment on it and say, oh wow, that was an awesome find, how beautiful. And it's this frame. I'm not gonna hold it up all the way because the glare would be crazy, but it's a really, really pretty frame. The detailing on it is beautiful. So it was only $4.50. It's in perfect condition, brand new, and I think this one will be going up my house somewhere with probably a picture of my kids or something. So frames are always a good find at the thrift stores. And then my last item is wallpaper. I think I showed wallpaper in my last haul, or maybe 2 hauls ago. I've been having some good luck with it, and I found this beautiful wallpaper. It's got that soft blue kind of pattern, and it's actually made in England, which I didn't even know when I got it, but it is a beautiful wallpaper. It's pre-pasted, and it's like easy to put up and then bring down, and I actually got 2 rolls of it. So we are gonna be redoing our kids' rooms, and so I think this is gonna go in one of my kids' rooms because it'll be perfect for just like the top of a wall under some board and batten or something, and it was only $3.50 per roll for that beautiful paper. And then I also found some Waverly paper. You can never pass up Waverly. It is back in style. Waverly was big when I was a kid. I'm pretty sure I had a Waverly comforter on my bed that was full of flowers. It's back in style now. So this is Waverly paper, and it has these really pretty roses, or I don't know what kind of flower they are, but really pretty with little polka dots. It was also $3.50, and it's pre-pasted. So I will find some way to use this, maybe as drawer liners in furniture. Couldn't pass it up. So that is the haul for this week. A pretty good one. I'm so glad that I got to Goodwill before we got sick so that I could give you this haul, and I got some really good finds. A lot of these things will be up on my Etsy shop. All the copper and like the wooden pieces will be up on my shop. The little egg will be up on my shop. All of that's on Etsy. If there's anything that you don't see on my Etsy and you would like to hear more about it or purchase it, just send me a message through Etsy or Instagram and we can work it out. I save a lot of items to put in my booth or for markets that I have coming up, so they don't always end up on my Etsy, but if you want it, we can work it out. It's yours. And then I want to share with you what I sold on Etsy this week. It was a pretty good week. I sold 4 different items. The first item that I sold was this beautiful solid brass pasta maker, and it's a vintage piece, very rare. I actually couldn't find any that were just like this one, and I've had it for a long time. I've been holding on to it, but I decided it was time to let it go, and I'm glad it found a good home. The next piece that I sold was one of my favorites that I've thrifted recently. It was this Karak ice bucket. It is perfect for spring and summertime entertaining, so I am glad that also found a good home. Then next, I also sold this beautiful Korean mother of pearl inlay box. These are very collectible. I have sold one other of these before, and they're hard to find, especially in good condition, and they're very collectible. So I am glad that that one actually found a home. It's going to be a gift for someone, and so that is really exciting. And then the last piece that I sold this week was a perfect sale for St. Patrick's Day. It was this beautiful Celtic cross, brass Celtic cross on a stone, and a really pretty piece in someone's decor or as a paperweight at their desk, and the perfect sale for St. Patrick's Day. So pretty good week on Etsy this week. Thank you to all of those who purchased from my shop. And until next time, in the next thrift haul, happy thrifting.